corners of Gotham, a new villain emerges.
You didn't invite me, so I crashed!
From the rooftops of Gotham, the perfect enemy comes to life.
I am Catwoman. Hear me roar. Yeah.
And the only one who can save this city is a creature of the night.
Hey, stud. I thought we had something together.
We do. While she craves a romance she can sink her claws into,
You're catnip to a girl like me.
he plots a foul reign of destruction.
My dear penguins, thanks to Batman, the time has come to punish all of Gotham!
You missed. Above Gotham looms its greatest hero.
Hi, and welcome to Jack in the Movies. I'm your host, Jack Hahn, and today in our special, also Christmas episode, today on Christmas Eve, we are looking at 1992's Batman Returns, which came out in June the 19th of 1992, coming out a total of 3 years, 89, 91, 90, 91, 3 years after the events of Batman 89. Originally, Batman Returns was going to be called Batman 2, which in the film, one of the original drafts of it that was written by Sam Hamm involved the Penguin and Catwoman working together to find missing treasure that is under Wayne Manor, which the Jack Napier character who killed Bruce Wayne, his father Thomas Wayne, wanted to give some of this money that was hidden underneath Wayne Manor back to the citizens of Gotham, and during it some people hired him, Jack Napier, to kill Thomas Wayne. But the script didn't do good, and they decided to hold off, and then they brought in a different writer, and then Sam Hamm and that writer actually got story credit, and the other scriptwriter got the main screenplay credit. And originally, this film was going to be a sequel to Batman 89. So originally, they had asked Kim Basinger, the actor who played Alexander Knox, and Billy D. Williams to return. But some of the actors did not return because of how darker the script was than what was the first movie. And so Billy D. Williams dropped out. Kim Basinger was busy doing other projects, and the guy who played Knox did not come back because they were not asked to come back, but I think they did want to come back and do another Batman movie. But Michael Keaton returned to play Batman, and so they brought in Danny DeVito and Michelle Pfeiffer to play the Penguin and Catwoman. This film is my favorite Batman movie, up there with Batman 89. It's my favorite sequel. It's one of my dad's favorites films. And this film had a little bit of controversy, which I'll explain a bit after, but we're going to talk about the first action sequence that we see Batman in since after the ending of Batman 89. This is the first time we've seen Batman back in action since since the first movie. And after a group of people who we don't know are part of a gang called the Red Triangle Circus, which is in the movie, but what happens is they're a circus gang that attacks the Christmas tree lighting in Gotham. And during it, Commissioner Gordon says, "What are you waiting for? The signal!" And Pat Hingle returned to play the Commissioner Gordon, and he tells one of his men to light the signal. And Batman, who's been like this, staying in a study, nothing, every light off, and then when the signal comes on, it's time for him to return as Batman. But the footage here is not owned by me; it's owned by Warner Brothers Studio, Warner Brothers Discovery. And so, if you have not seen Batman Returns, you can watch it if you have it on DVD, Blu-ray, or 4K. But we're looking at the 4K version of this sequence. So, if you have Max and you have a 4K TV, go watch it there and then come back here. So we're going to look at Batman, first action sequence, and the introduction of Michelle Pfeiffer pre-Catwoman. Let's roll it. So we see Bruce in his study, which he's been a little bit out of it, so he has showed up, and then playing, and then time to come back into the fight, old buddy.
We want the big guy, the guy who runs the show.
Vincent Scalaria, who plays that man there, would actually appear in other films, including even playing Dr. Kaufman. Take my word, yeah? From Tomorrow Never Dies.
Shrek! You'll have to go through me. Chip. Dad, go. Save yourself. Dad, go!
I love seeing that Batmobile. I actually built the Lego version that released this year. Some of these shots here where you see they did not shoot this back at Pinewood Studios in London. They actually shot this at Warner Brothers in one of the stages they had there to double for Gotham because they're big. Warner Brothers was big for the 92 movie about 3, and Batman was also a big movie, but they didn't want to shoot out of country. I don't know why, but it would have been cool to go back to that version of Gotham. Here comes the Batmobile and Batman driving in. Yeah. I love the gadgets they had here in the Batmobile. I actually got to see this version of the Batmobile they had for some shots they had at the Hollywood Star Card in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. That man had a burning sensation. Pfeiffer, who plays Selina Kyle. For this one, they actually made the suit more better for people to do some of the action.
Closer, Mr. Man-Bat.
For some people, they've done their own fanscription of Batman.
You missed.
Batman Returns and bring One of them, Channel Awesome, which I watch on YouTube, they've done a version of Batman Returns, Batman Forever, and Batman and Robin if Michael Keaton had stayed in the role and if Tim Burton had directed, which I do recommend that you go check on Channel Awesome's channel under Fanscription. They've done fanscriptions of Ghostbusters too, and even they've done Batman Returns. That's a good way to kick someone in the nuts.
The Batman. Or is it just Batman? Your choice, of course.
Yeah.
Well, that was very brief. Just like all the men in my life. What men?
That dude does need some therapy. But the film was a big success in 1992, but there was some controversy that happened that Warner Brothers didn't like, and even a fast food chain, McDonald's. In 1992, when the movie was about to come out, some people, including parents who were not lenient like my parents, and I didn't know this because I did research on this, actually tried to pull Batman Returns from screening because they thought, even though the film was rated PG-13, it was being marketed for kids that were younger. And to me, as a fan of Batman, it wasn't that. They were talking about some of the grotesque scenes, and when I first watched it, I watched it on television. I didn't see any of the grotesque scenes, or even some of that, the scary scenes of the movie. But when I got into watching it on my own, I actually enjoyed this film. And they even, Warner Brothers saw some of this bad publicity on their film, and when they were going to ask Tim Burton to direct Batman 3, which was called Batman Continues and then became Batman Forever, they decided not to ask him to direct because of the controversy, because of everything that happened. Because of it, they decided to kill the it was almost like a death to the franchise. Because if you're not going to continue with what you guys have started in 1989 and done in the sequel, it's not a good way to change direction. You could do a little lightheartedness and some darkness in that third movie, but you should keep Tim on as director. And they didn't listen to the fan base like now, and it was a good movie, the next Batman film, Batman Forever, but it wasn't good for fans who had loved the darker interpretation of Batman and Batman Returns. This was like what happened with License to Kill in 1989, but we'll be back with another action sequence from Batman Returns. We're going to look at one of my favorite moments with the Batmobile, and we're going to also look, I think we're going to look at some other moments in this film, some that, one more that's another great moment, but this is a special Merry Christmas to everybody, and the footage here was not owned by me, it's owned by Warner Brothers. So, until next time, my name's Jack Heim, and until next time, I'll see you down the road. Like and subscribe to the channel. So, goodbye.